Hi, everyone. Wait a moment. Let me grab something. Okay, so I know earlier I was doing a makeup tutorial on my makeup. Like you can see, normal, basic, not too much makeup, not too little. You'll have to really be all on my skin. And I do have bad skin. As you can see, I don't like putting too much makeup on in case it is extra hot outside and your pores are eventually going to sweat. It's no makeup in the world that's going to keep a bitch from sweating. It's no way. And that makeup's going in your pores, it's clogging that pore up, and that it's already trying to get out. That old dirt and oil is trying to get out. It's like suffocated basically. Either which way it go. It's a basic makeup. I'm back on here today because I wanted to start doing live videos about my feelings, my thoughts. You can just say me. When my kids sleep or gone, I got 3 of them. I want to enjoy me. Whether that's talking to people I don't know, talking in front of people I don't know. I want to be a stand-up comedian. So if you feel like this shit kind of funny, giggle, whatever. But like I was saying, you know, school started back last night. And the teacher was like, introduce your, first of all, let me start off. When I walked in the classroom, it was nobody in the classroom. And I was like, hey, and I told her my name. She was like, oh, you the only person did your homework. I was like, yes, ma'am, because I had just did it that morning or whatever. I'm like, you're gonna have to work with me or whatever. I got small kids. She like, okay, we're gonna talk about that. Let everybody come. I don't wanna keep repeating myself, so we'll just talk about that when I get here. I'm like, cool. Feel me? I start pulling out some work or whatever, and after about 15 minutes, people started coming. So when people started getting there, she was like, it was 4 or 5 of us or whatever. She was like, y'all introduce yourself. She introduced herself. She talked about herself and her children or whatever, or her grown adult children. And everybody else talked about their life, whatever they're going on, if they're working, if they're parents, if they're in school, what they want to be, what they're trying to do when they get out of school. When it got to me, I introduced myself. I'm like, hey, I got 3 kids. My oldest is 9. I have a 5-year-old, and I have, I think I said 4 months, or I don't know if he's 3 or 4 months. Oh, I should have said 4 or 5 because I don't know. Either which way it go. The woman next to me, she was the last one. She went, boom. After she went, we started like exchanging information, getting what we're gonna do. It was cool, whatever. Until somebody walked in the room. Okay, it's a female. You got kids? How old who got who? Oh, so I can keep you till 7:30. It's already a new year, bitch. And my New Year's resolution was to stop smoking cigarettes because I literally been smoking cigarettes since I was like 14, maybe. or whatever, if you're a teenager and you live a teenager life, that's around the age some teenagers start smoking, between 14 and 17. So boom, bottom. I'm smoking cigarettes, what, 10 years? I'm 24. Boom. It's time for a stop. If I can smoke for 10 years, I can smoke without. Boom. When she said this, I was like, okay, bitch got jokes. I'm not going to let that stop my education. I'm not going to let that influence my vibe. This is the very first day back at school. Today is the 7th. Brand new year. One more time, bitch. So, out of respect, when she said it the first time, I did like that. And I did like this. So some more people walked in the room. Keep in mind, I had already started doing some work or whatever, and I want to say I wasn't really tuning them out, but after she made me feel uncomfortable, I kind of like zoned into my work. So I wouldn't let nothing else affect my ability to think about what I'm finna do or nothing. Like, I'm a recovering smoker. Like, cigarettes is a bad addiction to have. You think you need that when something happened. It don't matter if it's small, big. You think you need a cigarette and you don't. And I'm trying to get more people to stop smoking because that's killing us. We need to be getting together, entrepreneuring more businesses for our communities. That's what we need to be doing. Like I was saying, the woman come up in the room. She asked her, you got kids, whatever. Some more people come. So now this time she didn't say, "Oh, I can keep you till 7:30." She said, "Who got your kids?" I can't feel no type of way about somebody asking somebody else who got their kids, but bitch, you better not be insinuating shit. So after this woman came and she asked her, "Oh, my granddaddy got my kids. Oh, it's good to have grandparents." I don't got grandparents, bitch. They're dead. If I had a reliable babysitter, why would I not come get my education that's going to better my children's future and my future? So, I didn't have my hair did last night. I wish I knew how to add a photo. Um, I don't fucking know. I didn't have my hair finished last night. I just finished it. I did a tutorial about a wig. This is a wig. I don't know if, like I said, I wear it for about 2 weeks and then I do something else to my hair. So after the other woman came in and she asked him the question, and I felt even more played, I did like this. I don't know if y'all can see my eyes or whatever, but I put my hand under the hair and I held my head and I looked at my computer. Keep in mind that that's the class over there. So I'm like that for like an hour, about a good hour. 6:30 come. This is just about 6:30 or whatever. My drink had shook up, so it had spilled. I go to the bathroom, ain't no paper towels. What bathroom have you walked in a fucking educational institution. And there was no paper towels, not even a paper towel holder. Okay. It's okay. I'm going to just go sit back down in my chair. That's wet up. And the table that's wet up. And the floor that's wet up. Because there's no paper towels to dry it. At that point in time, shit got nothing to do with me no more. Even though I fucking wasted drink, it's over with. Boom. Yeah, hold on. That's my baby crying. I'm sorry to keep y'all waiting like that. So, like I was saying, I basically just covered up my little head or whatever, my little eyes, and I wasn't really trying to focus on negativity when it's a brand new year and I done set myself goals for this year to accomplish. It's sad. Before last year, I never had a goal, a dream. You know how people ask their kids what you want to be when you grow up? I could never recall what I wanted to be because I never wanted to be nothing. That's why we need to build our young black children up, young brown children, whatever color children they is up, so that they can have goals and dreams early so that they can work towards something instead of letting a everyday lifestyle because you come from a lower income home or a more poor home, because there's no reason to sugarcoat. You're po, bitch, you're po. We wore dollar store shoes, and when he finally got us some name brand shoes, they were fake. They were platforms, and the P was backwards. Literally. We went to school. It's already 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15 of us. And we were the talk of the fucking school with the backward piece. So Poe is Poe. And a child is being talked about at school, it's not gonna want to finish no elementary school. You wondering why this child is bad and acting out. They're embarrassed. They're lacking something. They're in need. Reach out, zoom in more on the needs of our youth. That's what I'm going to school for. I'm going to school to try to open up a early preschool head start, whatever you want to call it. And basically well, that's not important right now. And like I'm saying now, this is why my dude, he works. True enough, I want to work, but by us having small kids, it's either both work, we struggle for a babysitter, one work, we have a babysitter. I don't want to be the one to not work, but I'm the mother. Like, I gotta be the mother. So I want a place where if you need childcare because your baby isn't old enough to attend school or Head Start, you have a childcare there. But if you need your baby in a Head Start, ready to learn, educational program, you want your baby in a preschool, a daycare that's more on a grade school level instead of a daycare center. So that's like last night when I told her my what I was going to school for when I got my business degree, what I was gonna try to do, like, get kids in school earlier at 3 and 4 instead of 4 and 5, because it's a new millennium, it's the 20th century, the kids are coming out advanced, smart. Like, we used to didn't walk till we were like 1 and 2. Now kids are walking at like 8 to 10 months. Like, they eating 4 5 months. All my kids got teeth at 2 months. So I don't know about you, but I got healthy children. They're healthy, and I feed them. If they got teeth, whether you got 1 teeth, 2 teeth, or 3 teeth, that's what the teeth are for. They're there to chew. Like I said, and the woman was like, we need to get a place where you can bring your child to work, and it be a daycare at work. You'll have to be a mom and a worker. Bitch, you not superwoman. That's the whole point of going to work. So you can get away from the child long enough to provide for the child and then go back to the child. If it was that fucking easy, bitch, you'll just have a at-home job. And when she said that, it was almost like she was throwing shade at me, like, bitch, this is what I want, not what you want. You already got what you want, bitch. You're a fucking teacher. Okay, excuse my cussing. That's another thing I'm going to work on this year. Trying to talk more lady-like. Because I can go, tit for tat with some curse words. Like I said, you want to be funny, you want to have jokes. This is not a joke. It's been 20 minutes. Before I got 20 personal minutes to myself, my baby woke up. Stop pulling on my shirt. Stop pulling on my shirt. My baby's 4 months. He trying to pull on my necklace. Why don't you use this arm? Yes, the TV stays on LPB. I don't know if y'all can see that, but don't look. Do not look. So something funny to say out the blue is Why? Why do you hate being right if you feel like So I said I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. The reason why is I come from a hard, rough childhood life. My mom and my dad, they had about 12 children. They were married for about 22 years. 21. Okay, they've been divorced for like 3 years, and I'm like 24. So in between 20 some years. They were actually pregnant with me when they got married. I was in the womb. So, yeah. And I'm like the 7th child. My mom had a couple before she got married and pregnant with my dad's children or whatever. My dad recently passed about 2 months ago. That was the hardest thing ever. We need to get together more and support each other with losses. Everybody's losing somebody, whether you know the person or not. You can still feel where they coming from if they done lost somebody. Look at the shit that's happening on the news. You done shot the wrong car and somebody's precious child is gone. Now, true enough, the creator, he does everything for a particular reason. Particular. And he doesn't give any type of explanation why. Do you know I dropped out of school in the 10th grade when I was 15 years old? I went to Job Corps at 16 years old. Do you know I took my GED test when I was 16 years old? At Job Corps, a female stole my phone, cut it on, got me terminated while I was taking my GED test. I would have been in college at 17. So, long story short, I just got my GED the month I had my child, which was August 2018. It took me It took me 7 years to finish something that I could have had a long time ago. And the month I got my GED, I called my daddy because that's all he talked about my whole life, Sean. I want to see you get your GED. I want to see you do something for yourself. I want to see you do better than me. You know, all that stuff. And I'm like, Dad, well, if you're going to tell me to do it, you need to do it. Come on now. But that was my excuse why I have not done it. So when I finally did it, I'm like, Daddy, I hope I made you proud. I got my GED. It was hard because you got to put effort if you want something. You got to. Ain't no motherfucking slick size. Even if you can creep through some shit, bitch, I bet you don't make it. I bet it don't. I bet it don't last. Ask that chick, Tiffany Haddish. Didn't she say she applied for some movie before and she didn't get it? But now look at her, motherfucker on everything. Like, oh, other motherfucker. Who there was? Jessica Hilarious. You know, she got on the Ricky Smiley morning show or whatever, and she wasn't the same. When she was on the internet, she was funny. But when she got on there, she started being messy. Like, I was like, damn, people personal business is not important. Yeah, you want to know what's trending and what's happening in people's lives. But no, if it's gossip and rumors, then yeah. But just dogging on people's information, no. That's when I stopped listening to her. Then I found out she was on the real. And I'm like, he a stand-up comedian. He inspired me. I started out watching his shit on Netflix 2 years ago, and look at him now. So I'm still gonna watch it, And she was cool on there. So I'm like, okay, Black Girl Magic, you doing what's up? You not with that messy shit no more, and you making a living, getting your money. I salute you. Congratulations, My daddy died like, I want to say a month, August, September, October. Okay. He died about 2 months after I gave birth to my son. And like I said, it was the hardest thing. It's actually recent. It's actually recent. But I'd be scared to think about it and talk about it because death is nothing to play with. It's sad to say nobody wants to go, but where you come from for you not to want to leave? How do you know you're not going to somewhere better? If a person can talk about Earth and how they feel the world is, they'll say, oh, I worry, oh, I stress, oh, this, oh, that. Don't you think if you able to live on Earth and breathe the Creator's air, don't you think it could be a place better than Earth where it ain't no worry, it ain't no stress, it ain't no die, it's live? Don't you believe if you can make it here to Earth and be alive and live, that there is a place after Earth that's waiting for you to make it to? You have to believe in something. That's what lets you know you have a soul. Because if you are soulless, there's no place after Earth. There's nothing. And to believe there's no afterlife is a mistake, because there's a before life. Yes, the pregnancy, the carrying of the genitals, before life. Before life, for I don't know how many years, you sat in a person's ball sack and you were passed down from ball sack to 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 ball sack until you got to your egg, your place of nesting. Once you nested and came through that little portal and made it here, that was only one half. You have to get here experience what life is, to love something greater than life. That's the creator, the person who gave you it all, to love them more than life, and then to do right by everyone equally. Them the only two rules. You don't equally go kill people, so don't say murder. You don't equally lie to people, so don't say that. They say all sins are weighed out the same. The only sin is not unforgivable or something is suicide or something or whatever. But the Bible clearly states that somebody committed suicide and thought that they were saved after they committed suicide or whatever. And I don't know if it was Lazarus. I gotta catch up on that. We might need to start doing some live Bible readings. That'd be smart too. That'd help me go on change and help the world change also. Even though I want to be a comedian, I can still preach the word too. But either which way it go, I don't worry about none of that. The only thing that's important is how you treat your neighbor. The only thing that's important is, will you die for me like I died for you? You know, Jesus Christ on the cross. If somebody could take that up and relive what he lived for the world, would they do it? Would they do it? No. Everybody loved life. Only the one who knew it was life beyond life did it, because he come from the life beyond life. He's like a future sent to the past to bring forth the present. That, I don't know if his name was Jesus. I don't know what his name was, but I could believe it was a spiritual man that walked the earth, that had spiritual seeds that he released into the earth. And one of them spiritual seeds gonna make a change one way or the other. What I can't believe is, well, I'm not gonna get into that, because long story short, love thy neighbor like you love thyself. He made me look. That's John Legend, I believe. And he sounds so nice up there. I had this like a feather or whatever, with me touching in it, and it dropped. So, but like I was saying, I want to be a stand-up comedian. I'm going through a hard time in my life. I got children, so if I don't, come crack your ribs, something wrong. A stage name, I go by Black B. It stands for Black Beauty. Black Beauty is what defines me. My black is beauty, and beauty is me. And I say that because I am black. I am not the blackest person in the world, but I am black. my children are not black, but I am black. Like I was saying, I don't know what's back there, and I don't want to have the camera on. Like I said, I let the kids clean mess up because I got to clean up at a certain time every day to show the house is clean. Whether it's my 5 year old, my 4 month old, I'm gonna clean up. I plan on doing my homework from 3 o'clock on down because if my daughter's here, she can help me with the baby. She can watch TV with them while I try to study. I'm just trying to kill two birds with one stone, being that I do want to try to open up a business that's gonna better working individuals. If people had better child care options that wasn't so high or whatever, and better um educational options for their younger or smaller toddler children, it'd be easier to work. Like right now, I want to be at work. I want a check coming in. It's depressing to not be able to go and buy buy something you need. I mean, it's depressing when you just want some money just to buy somebody something, whether it's your baby or the love of your life, and you're not stressing for money because if you needed something, you'll have it. It's just the point. It's not your money, so you can't access it when you want it, and that's my problem. And um, I remember when I didn't have a car. Like I said, I just got my GED in August. I had my baby in August. I signed up for school. I will be finished within a year, and I will be opening my business next year around this time after I graduate. And if there's anybody out there that's watching this who wants to invest or help pursue, like I said, a pre daycare head start, you might not have kids, but you might know somebody with kids. They call in all the time because they don't got a babysitter. They really might not have a babysitter. I wish I can be at work right now. That'll be J's for the family. But I do work. That's why I was going to work at home. While I'm going to school. I'm looking for some type of at home job. If anybody know anybody who's hiring, um, even though I cuss a lot, I'm trying to change that and just give me something that don't deal with customers. I'm a very, very, very respectful person. If anybody know me, my name is Andrika Miller. And I have donated money to churches. I have gave children rides to school. I have opened up businesses fighting for the community activacy. I have been like, it was a man once in the community, he was running for mayor. And I came along with this. I tried to open up this small business. It was a nonprofit business. And what it was instead of people paying different amounts of light bills, like literally your light bill $400-$500, and the person next to you light bill $56. Why don't we have a set price for bills and help America and help each other? Like the business that I opened, it was like, what is a decent amount for everybody to pay? And like this woman said, because I was going from house to house. I was going from house to house, knocking on doors, doing live video recordings, talking with people, getting them to sign a petition, just trying to get my voice heard or whatever. It was some other ladies also doing it. My sister and another female. Her name is not disclosed at this time. But, oh yeah, T. But they stopped. So, I kind of tried to still pursue it or whatever. And the woman basically said, she like, well, baby, my light bill be $22. And if, ouch, damn, you stay pulling on me. And she was like, my light bill is $22 and I don't want to pay no $150 because I pay $22. So what you gonna do about the people who don't pay that much and they don't want their bill to get higher? I was like, well, that is completely understandable, being that that's not breaking the bank of your pocketbook, but just on some equality and, um, like just on some real talk. Excuse me. I have allergies sometimes. I might sneeze. So, like I told her, that'll have to be something that's worked out when it come up, but that is something good to think about, because there's going to be people who bills are lower than $150 a month, and they don't want to pay $150 because that's a higher price. But now that I just thought about it, it should be two different set prices. It should be a price for the low paying customers, and it should be a price for the high paying customers. And then somebody was like, what if it's a business? It'd be wrong to make the residents pay $150 a month when, oh, excuse me, when a business is just like a residence, because people there. And I was like, you're right, because a business is like a residence. It's still people there, so technically the law would be for them too, unless they have their own set price. You get what I'm saying? Just, but like I said, long story short, I was pursuing that until I talked to the man that was running for mayor at the time about it. His name is no longer disclosed, but he tried to like steal the idea and like switch it for like water or whatever. But to show you how God work, like after I had like 4 or 5 meetings with him, he went to jail for unpaid child support, and I didn't have to worry about him stealing the idea and running off with it because it wasn't for that. He using it as a campaign or whatever. And it was just for the community, help the community, help the city. How Texas for their people, let Louisiana be for their people. But Louisiana would never be for their people. That's why they're the only people that's a parish and not a county. You get what I'm saying? Because they don't want to be for their people. That's why you see so many people move away from Louisiana, and when they get old, they retire and move back to Louisiana because Louisiana is known to be a retirement home for the elderly or the old. And soon as I graduate, I'm going to move out of Louisiana because it's nothing but negativity here. Everybody for themselves. People just want to be evil. Nothing's gonna come. Nothing's gonna come out of. Nothing's gonna come out of just being mean for no reason at all. And that's like famous people. True enough, you got money, and true enough, you work for that money, but why not make more money by investing in something that's going to help other people make money? So it wouldn't be like, I'm not talking about giving somebody a car for a tax write-off or giving them $5,000 for a tax write-off. You getting it back because of the nice donation you made. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I got my GED within 5 months, I want to say. And it was people in there that had been in there way longer than me. And the school was prying on their intelligence just because that's the only way they can get paid, is to make sure the kids come to school. So they'll tell them they're not ready to get their GED and have them there, I don't know how long. We need people to report people like that, and we need people like me who will tell them, you don't need nobody telling you you're ready. If you're old enough, put in the effort and get it. And just because these people have a mental, no, literally. I wish I had somebody who could stand up and speak for the education people. I was going to write the board of education, but I'm not Superwoman, and I didn't come here to be. I'm just a normal, regular American girl. You see, I didn't classify black, white, or Hispanic, huh? Just a young American girl trying to make a living for my family. That's all. I don't want to be the next whoever. I don't care. If it pays the bills and it keeps my little family happy, that's enough for me. I'm not trying to be the next. No. No. It's too much. It's fake. I'm hoping for a job. Any job I can go work all day at, well, at least 8 hours. I can work 8 to 12 hours at, bring home a decent paycheck, not no minimum wage, $7.25. It's only enough for the light bills. The kids need this. It's no soap. I'm talking about a nice paycheck where I'm making $15+ an hour. And I can provide light bill paid, water bill paid. We're not homeless or in the cold. Car insurance paid. If it is an accident, everybody can be reimbursed, whoever fault it is. Still $400 or $500 left to buy a couple of household supplies, groceries, and the kids a pair of shoes and a toy. That should be what every American person wants. Yeah, some people want to be famous, famous. Not me. I'm going to end it because that's my hour. And I guess I'll talk to y'all another time.